Now we're going to talk about one way to form statements of need in Turkish. The Turkish word lazım means needed or necessary. The Turkish word gerek also means something along the lines of needed or necessary. We can combine lazım or gerek with an infinitive or with a verbal noun plus possessive suffix to create statements of need in Turkish, like it is necessary or I have to, and so on. First, let's look at how to use lazım or gerek to create a general statement of need or necessity. So, for example, the Turkish word for to wait is beklemek in the infinitive, beklemek, to wait. If you want to say generally, it is necessary to wait, you can say beklemek lazım. It is necessary to wait. Or, with essentially the same meaning, beklemek gerek. It is necessary to wait. If you want to create a statement of personal need, so something like I have to or you need to, you can, instead of putting an infinitive and then lazım or gerek, put a verbal noun plus the appropriate possessive suffix, so verbal noun plus possessive suffix, and then lazım or gerek to create statements of personal need. Let's look at how this works. It actually is quite simple. So let's say we want to say, I need to go. We'll do lazım first and then gerek. We have the option of using the genitive personal pronoun, benim, my, but we don't need to. Now we want to say, I need to go, or I have to go. So, gitmek is the Turkish verb for to go. We'll start with our verb stem, git. Make a verbal noun. Me, gitme. Then it's my going, so gitmem. Benim gitmem, my going. To say in Turkish, I have to go, or I need to go, what we'll literally say is, my going is necessary, or my going is needed. So, benim gitmem lazım. I need, literally, my going is necessary, but we can translate it as, I need to go, or I have to go. Senin gitmen lazım. Your going is necessary. You need to go. You have to go. Onun gitmesi lazım. He or she or it has to go, needs to go. Bizim gitmemiz lazım. We need to go, or we have to go. Sizin gitmeniz lazım. You, plural or formal, need to go, you have to go. And finally, onların gitmesi, or alternatively, gitmeleri lazım. They need to go, or they have to go. I've used lazım here, but we can do exactly the same thing with gerek. So, just to see how it works, benim gitmem gerek. I need to go, I have to go. Senin gitmen gerek. Onun gitmesi gerek. Bizim gitmemiz gerek. Sizin gitmeniz gerek. Onların gitmesi, or onların gitmeleri gerek. We also have the possibility of putting gerek or lazım, of attaching a definite past auxiliary suffix. So in other words, creating the meaning I needed to go or I had to go, and so on. How will we do this? For gerek, we will simply change it to gitmem gerekti, just the appropriate form of our usual definite past auxiliary suffix. So gitmem gerekti, I had to go or I needed to go. Gitmen gerekti, gitmesi gerekti, and so on. For lazım, we will do just the same thing, but with the form of the definite past suffix, which is, the definite past auxiliary suffix, which is appropriate for lazım. So lazımdı. Bizim gitmemiz lazımdı. Our going was necessary. We had to go. Gitmeniz lazımdı. Gitmesi lazımdı. And so on. And that's one way to express need in Turkish.